I'm Cindy Redmond, and I am the ELD teacher at Lewis Elementary.
And I'm Brooke Murphy, and I taught first grade last year. Next year I'm teaching second grade at Lewis Elementary as well.
We co-taught the ESL science curriculum together for the first grade classroom.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about what we liked about co-teaching and how it benefited our students, and then we'll go into the challenges we had as well. So first, we're going to talk about what we liked about co-teaching. And the first thing that I liked about it was I really liked working with another teacher. I thought it was fun, and collaborating and planning together was really helpful. And I learned a lot about the ESL standards and core curriculum, so that was a learning experience too. Do you want to say?
I was used to small groups as an ELD teacher, so it was really nice to be in a whole classroom environment and have Brooke working with the classroom management that I'm not necessarily as comfortable with. We got to have more time with individual students. It was nice to be able to go and meet with students one-on-one or in small groups because you had two adults in the classroom.
The Seabelt curriculum also has a lot of social skills in it with talking, and so it was great to see a lot of the quieter students talk with their friends. And I think the students really enjoyed the science unit. They loved it. It was their favorite thing throughout the year. They loved having Cindy come into the room. And it was also, you know, I thought the most organized part of the day because we had each other, and it was very clear objectives, and the students just really liked it and they knew what to expect.
Such a nice segue into how our co-teaching benefited our students. A big one for me was I wasn't pulling kids out of the room. They weren't missing any instruction. In years past when we've had small groups, I had kids that are just like, oh, because they have to come to group and they have to leave what they're doing in their classroom. So it was really nice to not have that experience, and they were excited. When I came into the classroom, when they had two teachers in there, and I think the native speakers really benefited from the explicit language instruction as well.
And also just having me as their classroom teacher, seeing some language issues they may have had, like verb tenses. It was great to be able to notice that in their writing in the other parts of the day and incorporate it into science with Cindy. So it's also great to have, all the students, learn from language instruction, because quite a few first graders still really need that. Last, we're going to talk about the challenges that we had. Last year was the first year that we had co-taught together, and so of course there would be some challenges. There weren't that many though. One of them was finding the time to plan. We're both busy, we're both moms, and we're both teachers, so it's hard to find time to get together and plan, and it sure did help when we found that time.
There were lessons that we had less time to plan than others, and you could definitely tell. But I think that we made it through. One of the problems the challenges we had at the beginning of the year was just trying to find a balance of who was going to do what, who was going to take which part of the lesson. Mm-hmm. And that took a while for us to be comfortable with each other's style and just trusting of the other teacher, I think. But by the end of the year, we had it down, and you took a lot more of the management portion of it. I took more of the language, the explicit instructions on the language, and I think it was...
Yeah, and it also, when the days that Cindy wasn't in the classroom, having her, the days that she was there was really helpful. So when I was teaching on my own, I learned a lot from watching you with the language instruction, because I haven't taught ESL in small groups before, so it was a very big learning experience. And I'm looking forward to doing it again next year.
Second grade.
Second grade.